all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Here on Jared the Bossman Show. We're joined by Chris Kirschner from The Athletic, covering the Atlanta Hawks here for us. Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just want to get your thoughts, Chris, first of all, on the Hawks and what you saw them since from October until now, the improvements you've seen in the roster. Certain guys, just give us a little overview how you feel about how the seasons went so far for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the Hawks so far have exceeded expectations. Coming into the season, you know, there were a lot of people who thought the Hawks were going to be the worst team in the league, and obviously that hasn't been true. You know, some people even thought the Hawks were only going to win 19 games this season, and they've already exceeded that number. So, I mean, I think that just shows you the kind of job that Lloyd Pierce and his staff have done. You know, I was looking at some stats last night. 6 of the 9 top players on the Hawks, as far as minutes per game leaders go, have less than 3 years of experience. So, I mean, what they're doing, I mean, obviously the record isn't showing, you know, the success. They're over 20 games under 500, but I truly think that, you know, this team has shown that they're heading in the right direction, obviously led by Trae Young and John Collins, the second-year power forward out of Wake Forest, averaging almost 20 points and 10 rebounds per game. Trae, what he's done since the All-Star break in particular has been nothing short of impressive and spectacular. he's probably second right now as far as Rookie of the Year race goes, trailing Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. But I mean, I don't think there's really anything bad you can say about what Trae has done. I know some fans and, obviously a lot of national media has criticized the Hawks' decision to trade Doncic for Trae Young and Dallas's first-round pick this upcoming draft. But, I mean, I truly think that, I don't think it's fair to judge that trade just yet, just because, Trae has shown that, he's very capable of leading a team. And who knows what this draft pick can bring the Hawks in this upcoming draft if that pick does convey. It is top 5 protected, but, I do think that the Hawks are heading in the right direction, and that's really all you can hope for in a rebuilding process.
Now, Chris, I have some fans who listen to the show who have said to me directly they feel like the Hawks have won too many games in their opinions. they're fifth in the draft pick standings here right now. I have fans say that the Hawks have won too many games. Now, I will say this, who is a guy who goes to the games pretty often. I do feel like we can see less of Bazemore and Dedmon and to a degree, to kind of not be so good to win so many games. But I feel like you kind of have to have, you got to have the guys to cover. A lot of injuries on the team as well. You got to be respectable per se. And then, I know what the fans are wanting to do is to rebuild and get Zion Williamson. But do you feel like the Hawks maybe could play less of Bazemore and Dedmon, because you can't bench Vince Carter. Vince Carter is going to sell tickets for the Hawks. You can't bench him. People want to see the legend one more time, or if we know he's going to retire or not. So, but beyond that, do you think they can maybe do less of Dedmon and Bazemore and play more of the young guys and let Vince do his thing with the second unit pretty much and let the fans enjoy him?
Yeah, I mean, well, right now it's particularly hard for the Hawks to do that just because they have some injuries right now, especially in the front court. Last night they lost Alex Poitras, who's going to miss some time, rolled his ankle. Amari Spellman, the rookie out of Villanova, rolled his ankle a few games ago. He's going to miss 4 weeks. So, you have to play guys. You can't just roll out 3 guys on the court and say, all right, let's go 5-on-3. I mean, they have to play. I mean, it's just a matter of basketball. But I totally understand why fans wouldn't want guys like Kent Bazemore on the court, or when Jeremy Lin was with the team prior to the trade deadline, why they wouldn't want him out on the court. But what I can say is that, obviously with this being a rebuilding process, it's not like the Hawks are winning games because of guys like Kent Bazemore or Alex Len or Dwayne Dedmon. I mean, they're winning games because of the success out of the young players. And if you're a fan of a rebuilding team, I think that's all you can really hope and want for, especially in a rebuilding process, because that shows you that, okay, like, obviously these guys are very young right now. Playoffs aren't expected, but, if they can win with guys like Trae Young and Kevin Huerter and John Collins, I mean, that just shows you that, okay, like, there's reason to be optimistic for next year or the year after that. Because right now you're laying a foundation and you want these guys to, have some success. You don't want them to be like the Phoenix Suns, who have only won 13, 14 games this season. I mean, and the Suns were actually in town, I think it's now 2 weeks ago, and that locker room was just absolutely miserable. Like, you could tell, like, they're not having fun. You go into the Hawks locker room, totally different. They genuinely enjoy each other. They genuinely enjoy playing with each other. And that's so important, because when they do start winning games at a higher clip, I mean, it's only going to make them that much better, because this team chemistry right now is super strong. And for a team who's only won just over 20 games, I mean, that shows you the promise that this team has. So what I would say for the fans who are hoping to, the Hawks lose more games, last night's game against the Spurs was one of 12 games to end the season, 12 of 17 games to end the season against current playoff teams. So, I mean, I expect the Hawks to lose more games. So it's not like they're going to be on this incredible winning streak, beating teams like the Bucks twice. They have them twice to end the season. They have Philadelphia to end the season twice. The Blazers are coming to town. So, I mean, they have a bunch of tough games coming up. So, I mean, for the fans who are hoping for losses, I mean, I think those are going to come as the season ends.
Now, Chris, a guy who I'm worried about might not be a part of the future is Torian Prince, because he's had an up and down year, and you get all these young talent here with Kevin Herter and those guys. You got draft picks next year as well. I feel like the Hawks are going to start paying guys down the road here soon. And Torian Prince is somebody you can't pay what he's done this year, being so up and down.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with you, and it's going to be interesting to see what the Hawks do, especially this upcoming summer, because Torian is due for that rookie extension, and he definitely hasn't shown much to warrant a pricey extension, which is probably something that he's going to hope for. I mean, any player is hoping for a big payday, but from what Torian has shown this year, I mean, I just can't see the Hawks giving him that kind of money that he probably wants. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds if he does not get that contract extension, which he is eligible for this upcoming summer. And if he doesn't get that contract extension, he goes into next season, hoping to, get that payday at the end of the following season. So, but yeah, I mean, from what he's shown this year, I mean, I don't think he's taken a leap forward in his progress. Defense has been a huge question this year, and it's surprising too because heading into this season there were so many expectations of what Torian can do for this team. Torian was expected to be one of the stars of this team, and he just hasn't really shown that side of his game all that much this year. I mean, he's definitely had some games where you see like, okay, like this is the Torian that they expect night in, night out, but we just haven't seen that. So yeah, it's hard to say where he fits into the Hawks' future plans. I mean, from talking to people inside the organization, it seems like it's hot and cold. There's some nights where they're like, Torian, he's one of the better catch and shoot 3-point players in the league. The potential for being a lockdown defender is there. And then there are other nights where, they say like, they can't see him a part of the future plan. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially with this draft coming up. Especially in those top 10 picks, there are likely going to be several wings that the Hawks can acquire in the draft. If Dallas's pick conveys, the Hawks will have 2 top 10 picks, and that gives you the opportunity to draft some really high-level wing players like Duke's Cam Reddish if the Hawks end up in that 4 to 6 range, which is where they're at right now. Texas Tech's Jarrett Culver would fit really nicely with the Hawks. So, come the end of June when that draft rolls around, if the Hawks, exit the first round with 2 wing players, I mean, I think that's going to show us what the Hawks exactly think of Torian Prince. But as of right now, I mean, he's a big question mark for the future plans, and it's kind of a shame because they'd had such high expectations for him heading into the season with the way he ended last year, just on a big scoring streak, and Coach Mike Budenholzer before he left Atlanta definitely gave the keys to Torian, and he showed what he could do last year, but it just hasn't translated into this season. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Now, Chris, with all these draft picks coming up here that the Hawks are owed, does the pick from the Cavs come the Hawks' way too, or is that protected real good as well?
Yeah, that one's not going to come this year. That's top 10 protected, and Cleveland right now is 3rd in the lottery standings. So, there's no way for them to be outside of the top 10. So that's going to transfer to next year's draft, and Cleveland's pick is also protected top 10. If it doesn't come through next season, then the following, I think it's 2021 and 2023, if I got those years right, it turns into 2 second-round picks.
Got you. Now, all these picks the Hawks have, I feel like there may be just a Boston waiting to happen, having too much talent, which is not a bad thing, but I feel like, you have to decide which guys fit and which guys don't. And I wouldn't want to just burn draft picks and have them flame out on me either. So it's like I'm kind of concerned about all the picks the Hawks have in the future and all these young guys now. How do you determine who stays, who goes, who you pay, who you don't. That's just what I worry about with the Hawks, getting to that point of just having too much of a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, and you're not the only ones to worry about that, because General Manager Travis Schlenk said that a few weeks ago. He thinks that, this upcoming draft, the Hawks have 5 draft picks, and he thinks that may be too many for the Hawks as is. So, it's possible that they, package some picks and either try and acquire a veteran player or a young player to help accelerate the rebuilding process. I don't think the Hawks are going to end up, when they end up doing their press conference right after the draft and when training camp rolls around, it would be a surprise to see 5 rookies enter training camp. I mean, that's just too many. So, yeah, I don't think that 5 rookies are going to, be on the Hawks roster next year. We can definitely see potential, especially with those second-round picks. Travis drafts a couple of European guys and stashes them overseas, or, brings them to the G League team that's coming to Atlanta. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely concern that, there's too much young talent, because sometimes when you have too much young talent, as you mentioned, the Boston Celtics, it's too much, and it's an influx of egos and personalities, guys wanting the ball. So yeah, you don't want that situation, and it's something that, especially with this past trade deadline, Travis Schlenk didn't want to acquire draft picks for this upcoming draft because they already had 5 draft picks, which is too many. So he was hoping to acquire future assets. That didn't happen because teams didn't want to part ways with what the Hawks were offering in return. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some, I guess, I wouldn't call it concern, because, what the Hawks are doing right now, you want to have as many chances to get a star player as possible. And the best way to do that right now in a young rebuilding process is through the draft. So I wouldn't necessarily look at it as a negative, but they definitely have to find a way to balance the young guys that are coming into this upcoming team, this upcoming year, as far as balancing it out with the guys that are currently on the team, because like you mentioned, they have to figure out who's going to be a part of this rebuilding process and who's not. I think we'll get more clarity on that as the season ends.
Yes, then, Chris, I thank you for your time today, man, and I will see you at the arena Saturday and Sunday, because I'll be coming to those games. So hope to catch up with you back there in the media room, and locker room or something. We'll catch up one way or another, brother. Thank you again for your time today.
For sure. Thanks, man.
All right, folks, it's Chris Kirschner here on the Bossman Show from The Athletic, covering your Atlanta Hawks.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.